I mean, I talk like family. If we get into your thing as well, actually, I want to sit back and let you guys talk, but. I'm really fascinated about what you guys want to do, actually. So we'll do that maybe a proper session for this next time, actually. But have you spoken to like family members or friends about wanting to get into that kind of for both of you, actually? I got to you, Junior, first, actually, because you want to maybe do a football coach as well. Or have you spoken to like friends and family about that as well?
Nah, I can't lie to you. Nah.
Do you? Is there a reason before that? Do you think did you get a bit embarrassed
the
or?
reason why, like, it's because my dad wants me to become a chef like him, innit? But I don't really, like, I'm not into cooking, innit? Like, so like, okay, I don't mind cooking, but I don't want to like cook for
a living.
Job as a
I know what you
living,
mean, yeah.
So like, I don't want to tell him like, oh, look, I don't want to do the because like he'll be innit? So like, I'm gonna wait till like, because I know I got two sisters, step and full. My full sister wants to do like care, like look after kids and that.
Sick, yeah.
And my other sister wants to become a chef, innit? So like, cause my stepsister, both of them are year 11, innit? So when my stepsisters finish college and this and that, she's gonna move down to London, innit? Cause she's gonna start working with my dad. So once she starts working with my dad, I'm gonna explain to her so she could talk to my dad, innit? So then afterwards, like, I'm gonna tell like I wanna be a football coach or like I wanna work with kids, but like not like as a carer, innit? Cause like, see what I think personally, I don't really like social workers, innit? Because like my social worker, he's a
Really?
I'll tell you that he's I'm not gonna say why, but like, yeah, I don't like him. That's my point of view, innit? Okay, but then I just know that if I tell my dad like I don't want to do this, I don't want to do it, he'll get mad, innit? So like,
really?
I speak to my cousin about it because his dad is a basketball coach, but I work like it's a bit weird because like basketball and football, innit? But
I'd say as well, another thing that can kind of make kids crash out a bit is if parents are putting pressure onto them.
Yeah.
I was about to say, actually, yeah.
My friend from the area that I come from, his came to the same school as me, same year, same class. When it came to GCSE times, his parents pushed him to do, I think, was it double or triple science, because they wanted him to kind of get into that chemist kind of thing, because his mum was a doctor and dad worked in construction. And I could see him, he was in the lesson and blah blah, and a few weeks in he was struggling bad with it, like falling behind everyone. And I kind of told him like, if you can't do it, explain to your parents, blah blah. And he was like, cool. So he basically explained it to his parents as he can't really handle that pressure of the double science, and he would prefer to do accounting, and his parents were cool with it. But some parents are not like his.
I know.
I mean, some are very pressuring, and you have to go uni and all of that.
It's true, because before you interrupt you, sorry, because I think everyone has that kind of pressure of like coming out with like, I want to work towards this or that with their parents, don't they? Because I've been so blessed that my parents supported me in whatever I wanted to do in life, and I was never good at anything else apart from music, right? Nothing else. And they said to me, like, and they were honest with me, they said like, George, you're not good at anything else but music. But then they pushed me like to be better than that. And they pushed me, and if it wasn't for my parents, I don't know where the hell I would be, or music. But I know what you mean, that some kids, especially, like, you want to become a football coach, become a psychologist or history. There's some parents that just thought they don't, not to say they don't care, because obviously they do care, obviously, but they want to force you to go down a certain route, don't they? I mean, even some adults find it hard to come out with things, don't like, I want to become this or that, or even like a change of career sometimes. Because I know people where they've been in a secure job, which is, I think, what parents want. They
want the best for their children that maybe they didn't have when they were younger. Exactly. I see that in a lot of households.
Our parents' generation, where they were kind of forced themselves into like either family business or just doing like a secure job. Like, don't forget your dreams, just get a secure job and that'll be it. Yeah. But I think because of that, my dad was kind of like that. Then when he was my age, actually, in his 30s, he just dropped everything and went for what he wanted. Now he's doing really well, like, touch wood. And
what was that?
He's a hairdresser now. He's got his own business, doing really well with it. And he was.
What can he do? Does he just cut hair?
He's got a couple of businesses now. Not braiding and stuff, but just like proper hairdresser. But he was working with his parents for years in the fish and chip shop with like old school Greek thing where like work with your parents, family business. Like, come work with me, like forget everything, because they were very strict. My grandparents, like forget everything, just work all day, come back, and that'll be it. But then after a while, my dad was like, you know what, forget this. I'm going to do my own business now. He took a risk with 2 kids, let alone as well, me and my brother. And he goes, you know what, forget it, I'm going to go for it. And my dad and my family are just grafters. If they want to do something, they've got to do it, right? He dropped everything, risked it, went to college, got his degrees and stuff, set his own business and touched where things have been all right. But
what did he think when you wanted to go into this podcast?
He was all right with it because he knew that with me...
He understands how it feels.
Yeah, and he knows how it feels. And I was working as a teacher for years. So, and I've always...
What did you teach?
Music and piano as well. I've always had some kind of safety net just in case. Whilst I'm doing it, I still do like
backup plan.
Exactly, yeah.
Did he still teach?
I still teach privately as well, and obviously here as well.
Do you still work as a teacher in the school?
Yeah. So not so much in schools anymore, but I do a lot more private work now.
What school did you work in?
So I was working. I'll blank the one here, but I'll working at and so it's like literally not far from here. It's still like 5-minute walk, like 7-minute walk from here.
Don't know.
I've not heard of it.
That's all right. It's one like literally not far from here at all. So I literally like to school down the area. So whilst I'm setting the business up here, I'm also teaching privately as well. So I guess got
they used to call you sir and that.
Yes, sir, or Mr. Stavides or whatever.
That's what's weird about the careers day, because they just tell you how to do one job, but all of us, if you work in creative fields, you got to do like 10 jobs.
Nah. In this careers day, it wasn't like one job.
No, it wasn't.
It was like they were teaching you about animal care, some.
No, I mean like.
There's a lot of pressure on people that want to get into like making music, being a rapper.
Yeah, that's
it's a lot of like it's not because at the end of the day, it's like acting. Not everyone makes it. Not everyone's made for it. So I would just say it's really probably some people have blown up in music because of dedication.
Yeah.
Some because their work rate is crazy, or some because they actually take their time. And release masterpieces.
Yeah, exactly. Like Kendrick Lamar, he released his first track in about 5 years. I think it was this week. What is it? Like
was it
number 5 or something? I can't remember something 5. I can't remember what it's called now, but. He basically in their video like Kendrick because I think
that's like Kanye West when he was doing his album. I think Donda.
Yeah, I think his mum's name or something. I can't remember, but
it was his mum's name. I think.
Yeah. And did you watch? Talk about Kanye. Did you watch his? We'll come back to what you said in a minute because what you just said there is amazing. I mean, did you watch Kanye West's documentary on Netflix?
I've only got to like the second episode of it, but the first one was very interesting when he was like kind of under Jay-Z's wing and no one really that song that he played in that woman's office, that was really good, that song, but she looked at it like, who are you, what is that?
See, this is what you were saying actually, where in life sometimes people don't always teach you what you need in order to succeed, and I want to have like a proper just one episode fully on that kind of stuff, right? But the reason why I'm doing this podcast is to like just talk to kids like yourself and just discuss like what you want to do, what's involved with it as well. Because like you said, behind the scenes, there's things that we feel as adults, so we had no idea about it until we actually went through it ourselves, like got thrown in the deep end and like talk about that kind of discipline, that mindset of overcoming obstacles. Like with the Kanye West, like play that. Is it All Falls Down? I think he played All falls down or something. I think in the office.
So was it Touch the Sky?
Touch the Sky, I think it was. Yeah, and. Can you imagine, like, if he never went for his dreams, that he wouldn't have actually
But I would say with him, probably, as he says as well, his biggest influence is probably mum.
Exactly.
Mum was the first one who pushed him, told him to do the music, so...
Yeah. I think everyone in life needs some kind of mentor, whether it's a parent or a sibling or a friend or someone who's in the position that they want to work.
All it takes is literally one good friend to motivate you, or for say... you come from a state like myself, you see a few things, it takes motivation.
Exactly,
change the cycle and all of that.
Exactly, because that's why I feel like you should surround yourself with the people that want the best for you, and I'm going to push you to that next level, right? Because if you've got like say maybe a bunch of yes men or people that drag you back or down.
Like now though, isn't it? That's what Kanye's like now.
Yeah.
He just has a lot of yes men around him.
Yeah.
And then it just lowers the standard of the work. Personally, I think
exactly,
but it's like also I think there's a lot of pressure to like, be successful. Like, do
nowadays, especially with social media, that's the downfall for certain people. For a fact,
for sure.
Because you know what, like enjoying learning is like all the greats, whether it be like Michael Jackson or Stevie Wonder, like all these people, they love to learn. They sit behind people in the studio just learning that. Again and again, they just wanted to learn, like take it in, retain the knowledge and keep going.